Hey there everyone, this is Ethanhood. We're playing Dragon Age 2. In the last part, we got that elf. That one. He's got a sword on him and everything. In this part, hopefully, we'll be picking up Anders. Oh yeah, spoiler, Anders is a party member. Crazy though. His quest is... I don't think it's terribly long. So we should be able to do it. Let's talk to this guy up. Tom Wise.
Tom Wise?
Tom Wise.
Oh, Hawk. Haven't seen you since we did that job together for Athenra. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the deep roads. And right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
Not at all.
We can't all make a living in the Undercity.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? Athenral's scarce these days. And the Coterie have their own mixers. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Now, I said I don't really use potions. I use poisons even less. But there's a couple of grenade items that we can make later on that are
right?
By some definition of the term.
Considerably more
Do you
useful.
ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins.
This is where we can get into Doom
Let's go in and see why Gamlin lied.
another time. But we'll be doing that a little bit later. Maybe right after this quest, actually.
This place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death, not healing and salvation?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot? In the deep roads?
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So I understand that Anders' personality isn't very similar to what it was in Dragon Age Awakening. Again, I can't really speak for that, but...
So, you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out, if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested... Although... a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Dude changes his mind pretty quickly there.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a warden map of the depths in this area. But there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
Letting them do as they please is hardly a better path.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Yeah, Fenris didn't like that. We're gonna need to do a lot of things that Fenris doesn't like.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Carl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
I'm not sure about attacking Templars. I might rather take my chances with the Darkspawn.
If we fight the Templars, it is because they decide that anyone who befriends a mage deserves death without questioning.
As just as his cause is. It scares me. I don't want to give the Templars another reason to hunt us.
These are my terms. If you want my aid with your expedition, meet me in the Chantry tonight. I have sent word to Carl to be there. Maker willing, we will all leave free men.
So that's what we gotta do. And here we are.
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
I didn't see
Let's
anyone
do this.
suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars. When we find Carl, just let me talk to him.
Oh yeah, this is the inside of the Chantry, by the way. I guess we haven't been here yet. How's it going?
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be made an example of.
No!
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
Chloe.
You will never take another mage as you took him.
So, you might be wondering what the hell just happened. Obviously that'll come in the conversation afterwards. Sure is impressive for not much effect, though. And from a gameplay perspective, not that useful either, considering this is a freaking spirit healer.
Anders, what did you do? It's like you brought a piece of the Fade into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels like.
What did you do? Not the Fade part. The angry glowing bit.
It's like a gateway to the Fade inside you, glowing like a beacon.
I have some unique circumstances, yes. But Carl, what happened? How did they get you?
The Templars here are far more vigilant than in Ferelden. They found a letter I was writing you. You cannot imagine it, Anders. All the color, all the music in the world, gone. I would gladly give up my magic. But this... I'll never be whole again.
This is what Mother was protecting me from.
Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no!
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to
Obviously
fix.
there is, because he's
I would
talking
rather
to you
die a
with
mage
emotion.
than live as a Templar puppet.
But yeah, it's better
My
to make
sister calls being
Andrews do
tranquil a
it.
fate worse than death. Give him peace.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm so sorry.
Now, it's fading. Why do you look at me like that?
Goodbye. We should leave before more Templars come.
So, let me guess. This is the part where you tell me you're an abomination.
You're wrong. But not far wrong.
He's actually completely right.
This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon.
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues.
We'll
Spirits
pretend.
of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the
Fortitude.
Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
What does this have to do with your eyes glowing?
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
That really didn't look like a happy, benevolent spirit from where I was standing.
Since when is justice happy? Justice is righteous. Justice is hard.
You tried to help a friend. Surely no harm can come of that?
Of course. No harm ever comes from good intentions, even when magic is involved.
Normally, I would argue that. I wanted to do well by justice, I really did. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Can justice ever be separated from you?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can you bring him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after what I might have done.
Wow. Your problems make mine seem small.
Here. These are all the documents I have for this area. I can understand if you would rather me not join you personally. I cannot control my need for vengeance. I would ask no one to take on the danger of traveling with me. I will be here in my clinic if you need me.
For now we won't be taking Anders with us because we have Bethany. But we've got some points to spend, so we'll do that. Very complicated stuff. No. Still can't. Nope. Alrighty. Okay, so that was faster than I thought it would be. Yeah. So let's see if we can do this. It might run a little bit long. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do in that situation other than cut more aggressively. Because it's not like I can halt a video in the middle. I don't really want to record 2 parts in one day. Very important, there is an armor piece somewhere in here. I believe it belongs to Bethany. Here. That'll be important. And, oh, well, this one might be worth reading if you care to.
Crest. Mother described it, but this is the first time I've seen it. Wouldn't it feel like something to live in a house with this above the door?
Rather convenient, by the way, that the Amel woman married the Hawk man. Ah, crap. I was trapped. Stuff? No, not really. I remember this. Lots of traps. I think there's another trap somewhere in the room. Oh. Alright. That, by the way, was supposed to be the equivalent to a mini-boss. Oh, I guess he is still alive. Okay. I thought he just kind of punked out after a couple of hits. A simple chest, maybe that's where it is. No. Although there is a mask we can never use. And that. And Master Slaver has something we can use. Don't mind if I do.
That's the vault! Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
I don't think I missed it. Ah, here we go. Increase of magic resistance for Bethany.
This is it! Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
Well, we're done here.
We'll take it to her right now.
This is
So
all
I'm
going a
just
lot
saying,
faster than I remembered.
Blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
He forgave you, Mother. Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Yeah.
Gamlen,
Gamlen's
how
not a
could
nice
you?
man.
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
I love how he whines about the funeral.
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra. Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know
I
Mother and
expect
Father
blood.
didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make a willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
There is that, too. He let Leandra believe that her parents hated her up until their death. There's literally nothing good about this man. And it annoys me that he, can't be killed.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
I can't believe Gamlen stole Mother's
What is with
entire
her
inheritance.
fingers?
I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part. I would never turn against you.
Don't make any hasty promises.
Joke all you want, but you make Gamlen look like the toad he is. You know,
I like
when we went
toads.
to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't
No,
hate
apologize to all the toads that you just insulted. They're adorable, and they eat flies.
They might have been all right with the Ferelden thing, but just imagine if they'd known you were an apostate.
me. You're such a wretch. I was just hoping it would be different this time. Here in Kirkwall. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Are you unhappy here?
I wish I could do more for Mother. Carver's death. It's killing her slowly every day. But maybe if we can reclaim some of what she lost, it will help. I'd do anything to get us back a normal life.
Why did Mother and Father work so hard to keep you from the Circle? Would it have been so bad?
I guess at first, I was just a little girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a mageblood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's.
Same thing they do
all
to
because
other
of who I
mages.
am.
Bring them to the Circle.
Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind. To serve the Chantry, as Andraste demands.
No, the Chantry's pretty fucked.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place. All the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day. And he would have wanted in on your Deep Roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's gone.
Basically, he's horrible.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here? Been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought me your Legion silk dresses and gave you the family broadsword. Father was a good man. But Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd be nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
That's not necessarily true.
Let's see if Mother gets us that mansion. I don't want to call anywhere Uncle Gamlen is home.
Has he moved that bowl of porridge since we've been here? It's been a year. I can't even remember what it was like to have a place of our own. I might even take the Circle if they'll give me a clean bed and my own sheets.
I think this is a picture of Mother. She looks like you.
Where did you get that? Was it at the estate? Let me see.
You watched me fish it out
Is
of the
it?
chest.
I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
I love how she's looking at it like it's a photograph.
I suppose it would have been a bit awkward to take it with her.
I know she loved Father. I just wondered if she'd have been happier if he hadn't been a mage. If I wasn't a mage. I know that made it hard for Mother. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
She's like 7 feet away from you, Bethany. Anyway, this is going to be hell to edit, so I better end it here. In the next part, I have no idea what we're going to do, but I'll be looking at my quest list and figure something out. So I'll see you there. Goodbye.